This is Will Schneider with another mindfulness moment. Let's talk about why it's important to practice and the principles of practicing. Well, what's the simple definition of practicing? Learning a skill, exercising that skill, repeating that skill so you become more proficient at that skill. And there's a lot of different skills and a lot of different tools and techniques that are within mindfulness. But the learning is really important because each one of these techniques has a certain recipe. And think of a recipe just like you're baking a cake. If you start to tinker with that recipe, you're not going to get the product that you want. So learn these techniques and then begin to embody these techniques by showing up and practicing them. And the best way to start a practice is to schedule it. You're going to be so much more successful and consistent if you just schedule this and then show up and do your work. And the best consistency is key here, doing it daily or doing it a few times a day. Once or twice a week or a couple times a month, you are not going to be able to change your habits or really embody any of these practices and see and experience the effects they're going to have on you. And all of these techniques, by consistently showing up, are going to start to change your habit, change your mind, change your energy, and change your life. So here's an example. I did Vipassana meditation twice. I did it in 2017 and 18. Vipassana meditation is a pretty grueling experience. It's 10 days of complete silence, of meditating 100 hours over this 10-day period. So it's like 9 to 10 hours of meditation per day. And each meditation is a 1-hour sit. Grueling. A lot, it was very physical. It was very hard on my body. It was very hard, like also emotionally. But the times that I didn't want to show up, the time that it wasn't scheduled for us to show up, we had these group meetings in which we needed, or these group meditation sits, like 4 of them a day that we must attend. The other ones, like we can just kind of like, you can go to sleep if you want. You don't have to show up for those, but they really recommend that you do. So I had a choice. Could I just go back to sleep or go for a walk, or can I show up and do another meditation? And in the process of me not wanting to show up, but actually showing up for myself is when I got the greatest insights. So the times that you don't want to get up in the morning or go do that workout or go do this meditation is when you're going to receive the most benefits. And in this process of me showing up, I was really showing up for myself. And I really began to understand what the saying 90% of success is just showing up. Because I was showing up for myself, for my own personal development, for my own strength, for my own confidence, and for really showing up for the person that I want to consistently grow into. So practice. It's not going to be easy sometimes to develop a mindfulness experience because we are really tapping up against and fighting against some really long and old habits. And these habits are going to try to continually pull you down into doing their bidding in the way you've always done things. But if you schedule, if you learn, if you begin to understand these on a very basic level, watch how your mindfulness experience can slowly begin to grow and flourish, and all of a sudden you're taking on another practice, another practice, another practice, but it's all going to take time. And the last thing I'll mention is going to take a tremendous amount of patience as well. If you're patient with yourself and patient with these practices and scheduling yourself and showing up, things will change. It's not going to change in a day or two, but you'll see some changes in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. Imagine what it's like from a year from now if you're consistently practicing and showing up. 2 years, 3 years. What's possible? Who can you be? You'll be living life intentionally and more by design and bringing more happiness in your life everywhere you go. So thanks for listening. Practice, 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 practice. I cannot say it enough. It's the only way that this stuff works. Thanks for tuning in. This is Will. Peace.